Hello students. So welcome to this new video on class 8 NSO, and in today's video we are going to solve the exam paper from the year 2018 set A, the first set of 25 questions. So let's begin. Okay, so what are the benefits of these videos? You learn the quickest method because you don't have to solve all the options in a questions for multiple choice. You can get to learn what is the quickest method to find the answer, because you have to solve 50 questions in a matter of just 1 hour, and you will learn some science concepts and fundamentals. And this videos will also help you in your class 8 science school exam, so you may want to like and subscribe to my channel. Okay, the first one. So select a figure from the options which will continue the series as established by the problem figures. So find the pattern. Again, this is an easy one. So A, B, C, D, E, and this will be F, isn't it? And this is in the reverse order. V, W, X, Y, Z. What comes before V? U comes before U. So it will be U, V, W, X, Y, Z. And you notice the lines, they are moving anti-clockwise. So here the line is like this, then line is like this, then it goes to the top, then it goes to left, then again goes to bottom, then it will go to the right, isn't it? The lines kind of moving anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise, anti-clockwise. So it will be at the right. So U and F and the lines at the right, U and F and lines at the right. So this is the correct option. Okay, next one. If in a certain code language acne is coded as 3, 5, 16, 7, then how will pair be coded in the same language? So find the pattern. So acne is ACNE, and A is the first letter. So is the first letter, 1 plus 2 is 3. C is the third letter, 3 plus 2 is 5. N is the 14th letter of the English alphabet, 14 plus 2 is 16. E is the fifth letter of the English alphabet, so 5 plus 2 is 7. So how will pair be? So P is the 16th letter, 16 plus 2 is 18. Okay. And R is the PAIR. So 18, 3, 11, 18, 3, 11, isn't it? These two options are the same. So which options out of A and B? So you only solve for R. R is the 18th letter. 18 plus 2 is 20, isn't it? So R, for R we have to have 20. So A is the correct option. Okay, next one. Count the number of triangles in the given figure. Okay. So here you have to be a bit smart, isn't it? And here is how the quickest method works. So you have to only to count in the one kind of part of the figure. So if you take this big triangle, how many triangles in this big triangle? So let's see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Isn't it? Four kind of medium-sized triangles, and then two small triangles, isn't it? Two small triangles, and then there is one big triangle. There is one big triangle. So two small triangles, four medium triangles, and one big triangle. So this is 1/4. So how many in 1/4 part? 7. So if you multiply 7 by 4, it will be 28. So 28 triangles roughly. And then there are very big triangles. One triangle like this, another triangle like this, the third triangle like this, and the fourth triangle like this, isn't it? So again, 28 plus 4, 32 triangles. Okay, roughly 32 triangles. So none of the options are actually correct. So the correct answer is none of these. Okay, next one. Find the missing number if the same rule is followed in all the three figures. Again, a very, very easy question. 5 3s are 15, 5 4s are 20, 5 5s are 25. 6 3s are 18, 6 4s are 24, 6 5s are 30. 7 3s are 21, 7 4s are 28, 7 5s are 35. Isn't it? A very easy question. So in a paper, if you find the question is difficult, just leave it and mark it aside and move on to the easier questions, because what you want is as many marks as possible, and there may be questions which are easy down the question paper. Okay. So next one, select the correct water image of the given figure. Okay, you have to select the correct water image. Okay, so just focus on the water image of 4. Water, how is water image? Water image is reflected. Okay, so if you find that 4, if you find the reflection of 4 is like this, isn't it? Nowhere 4 is like this. In all the other options, nowhere the 4 is like this. So option A is the correct option. Okay, which of the following interchanges in signs make the given statement true? 5 into 15 divided by 7 minus 20 plus 4 is equal to 77. Now don't try all the options, isn't it? So try the option starting from the end. Let's start from the end. So let's try D first. Interchange, divide and multiplication. So 5, it will be 5 divided by 15. Multiplication is replaced by division. 5 divided by 15 multiplied by 7 minus 20 plus 4, isn't it? 5 divided by 15 is 1 by 3 into 7 minus 20 plus 4. Now this whole thing will be a fraction because 1 by 3 is into big picture, isn't it? It will be a fraction. It won't be 77. It definitely won't be 77. So option D is not the correct option. Let's try option C. Interchange division and plus. You interchange division and plus. So it will be 5 into 15. Division is interchanged with plus. 7 minus 20 and plus is interchanged by division divided by 4. Okay, now board mass. In board mass, what comes first? Division. So 1020 divided by 4 is 5. So it will be 5 into 15 plus 7 minus 5 because it is 20 divided by 4. Then BOD MAS, it will be multiplication. 5 5 is a 15 5 is a 75. Multiplication. 15 5 is a 75 plus 7 minus 5. Then MAS, addition. 75 plus 7 is 82. 82 minus 5 is 77, which is the correct answer. So option C is the correct option. How many 8s are there in the given series which are immediately preceded by a number which does not divide it but followed by a number which divides it? Okay. So before the 8 there should be a number which should not divide 8, but after 8 there should be a number which divides it, isn't it? So let's count. Okay, 4 8, this 8 is not is not the qualifying 8 because the number preceding divides the 8. So this 8 is not qualified. This 8 again does not qualify because 2 divides 8. This 8 does not qualify because 2 divides 8. This 8 does not qualify because 5 does not divide it. Because the number which does not divide it but followed by a number which divides it. So 5 does not divide it. So that's why this 8 is not the correct 8. This 8 is the correct 8 because 5 does not divide 8, but 8 divides 8, isn't it? 8 divides 8, which is 1. This 8 is the correct 8 because 3 does not divide 8, but 4 divides 8. 4 to the 8. This 8 is the correct one because 3 does not divide 8, but 2 divides 8. This 8 is the correct option because 6 does not divide 8, but 8 divides 8. So total how many 8s? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Total 4, 8 such 8s are there, where the preceding number does not divide the 8, but the succeeding number or the following number, this divides the 8. Okay, next one. There is a certain relationship between figures 1 and 2. Establish the same relationship between figures 3 and 4 by selecting a suitable figure from the given options, which will replace the question mark. Okay, so again, let's see how we solve this. Again, this is an easy question. This semicircles, this semicircle here and the semicircle here, they are inverted. In the second figure, they are inverted, isn't it? They are inverted like this. And the inner square has disappeared. There is no inner square here. And these two parts are divided by square. So similarly here, we will invert these two arch-like figures. This arch figure is inverted like this. This arch figure is inverted like this. The triangle, the inner square disappears. This square has disappeared. So it will not be there. And these two figures, these two shapes will be divided by a small square because here also they are divided by a small square. So the correct option is option D. Okay, next one. In the question below, two statements followed by two conclusions number 1 and 2 are given. You have to take the two given statements to be true even if they seem to be at variance of commonly known facts and decide which of the following conclusions logically follows from the two given statements disregarding commonly known facts. Some books are papers and some papers are notebooks. Some papers are books and some notebooks are papers. Again, both 1 and 2 follow, isn't it? Both 1 and 2 follow because some books are papers. So if we invert this, some papers are books, isn't it? Some of the papers are books. Some of the papers are made into books. Some papers are notebooks. But what it means is some notebooks are papers as well, isn't it? Some notebooks are made up of papers as well because some papers they make the notebooks, isn't it? So both 1 and 2 will follow. Okay, next one. Select a figure from the options which will complete the given figure. Again, this is an easy one. Now again, you have to visualize this. Is this triangle is on the inside? So there will be a triangle on the inside. Triangle on the inside. There is this small rectangle at the top. So here there will be small rectangle. A small rectangle at the top, isn't it? So triangle on the inside and small rectangle on the top. Triangle on the inside and small rectangle on the top. And that's why option C is the correct option. Okay, next one. Which of the following statements is or are always true regarding a converging lens? Isn't it? The converging lens is where the rays, when they strike the lens, they will converge at the focal point. Similar to magnifying glass, isn't it? Magnifying glass is a converging lens. When the object is placed near to the focal point, the image gets bigger, which is true, isn't it? When the object is placed nearer to the focal point, if you place the object near to the focal point, when you see the object from this converging lens or from the magnifying glass, you find the objects bigger, isn't it? Because anything that you see from the magnifying glass, you see it bigger, isn't it? And when the object is placed far away from the lens, the image gets smaller, isn't it? It is not exactly true. The image doesn't get smaller. When the object is placed very far away from the lens, the image distance approaches the focal length, isn't it? When the object is very far away, the image distance, it approaches the focal length, because the rays from the object, they will basically converge at the focal length. They will basically make an image which is at the focal length. So only 1 and 3 is true. Is it? 1 and 3 is true. Okay, next one. Which sound wave shown here is high pitched but soft, isn't it? So high pitch is where the wavelength is low, isn't it? The wavelength is low, extremely the waves which are tightly packed together. So this is a low pitch sound. Elephant, the trumpet of an elephant is a low pitch sound. But high pitch, when you scream at a very high pitch, isn't it? It's a high pitch sound. Or whistle. Whistle is a very high pitch sound where the wavelengths are low. The wave is squeezed together. So high pitch is, this is high pitch, isn't it? This is low pitch. This will be low pitch. But this is high pitch because the wavelength is only separated by 4, isn't it? The two corresponding point 1 and 2, they are separated by 4. But here the corresponding point 1 and 2, it is separated by 8, isn't it? So this is a low pitch sound. This is a high pitch sound. And what is soft sound? Soft sound is whisper, a sound which is low in volume. So this is soft sound because what affects the sound? It is the strength of the wave. If the wave is bigger, it is a loud sound, isn't it? This is a soft sound because the loudness of the wave, amplitude of the wave is lower. Here the amplitude of the wave is higher, isn't it? It's a loud sound. This is a loud sound, but this is a soft sound, like a whisper. So this sound is soft as well as this sound is high pitch sound. Soft, high pitch sound. Okay, next one. The diagram shows the water levels in a water manometer, which is used to measure the pressure of gas G in centimeter of water. Okay, what is the pressure of gas G? Again, it's an easy question. So how much has the gas G displaced? So here the level of water is 8 and here the level of water is 14. So if you blow into this, the water will be pushed down and pushed up. But by how much distance? 14 minus 8. 6 centimeter of water more than the atmospheric pressure. So you have to push here 6 centimeter of water more than the atmospheric pressure. So that water rises here and water is pushed here. So the gas is at high pressure. The pressure of the gas G is 6 centimeter of water, 14 minus 8, which is 6, more than the atmospheric pressure. Okay. Different weights P, Q, and R were hung on a spring as shown in the figure. Okay. So P and Q, the spring is extended by 15 centimeter. P and R, the spring is extended by 17 centimeter. So what this means is R is heavier than Q, isn't it? R is heavier than Q because the spring is extended more. And PQR, the spring is extended by 22 centimeters. So what is the Hooke's law? Again, Hooke's law is when you hang the weight, the spring will be extended by the force. The force is K is the constant factor and X is the distance. It will be extended by the distance by exerted by this force, which is mass into acceleration, mass of this weight into acceleration. If the force is F, it will be X. If the force is 2F, it will be 2X. It is directly proportional, is it? If you hang 10 grams, it will be X. If you hang 20 grams, it will be 2X. It is directly proportional. Hooke's law is the direct proportional because it is the spring stiffness. The factor remains constant, isn't it? So answer here, if you which of the following represents the length of the spring with only P attached, isn't it? With only P attached. Now with only P attached, the length has to be less than 15 because P plus Q is 15. So if we with only attached P, the length is less than 15. So option is either A7 or B10. Let's assume that the option is A7. So let's see that the option is 7 centimeter. So if P causes 7, how much extension is Q going to cause? 15 minus 7, which is 8 centimeter. So if P is causing 7 here, how much extension is R going to cause? 17 minus 7, which is 10 centimeter. So if you say that Q causes 8 centimeter here and R causes 10 centimeter here, so total caused by P and Q and R. So it will be 7 plus 8 plus 10. 7 plus 8 plus 10 is 25. It is not 22. So option E is not the correct option. So the correct option is B, isn't it? B is the correct option. But let's solve. So let's see P causes 10 centimeter. So if here P causes 10 centimeter of extension, how much extension should Q cause? 5 centimeter. So Q will cause 5 centimeter. Here if P causes 10 centimeter, how much should R cause? 7 centimeter because 10 plus 7 is 17. So P causes 10, Q causes 5 and R causes 7 centimeter extension. So total extension is 10 plus 5 plus 7. What is 10 plus 5 plus 7 is 22, which is the correct option. So P causes 10 centimeters of extension. Okay, next one. Which of the following is the right arrangement? So static friction is greater than sliding friction, which is correct, isn't it? If you have a heavy thing, if it is static and if you try to move it will be very difficult. But if that thing already is sliding, if that thing is sliding on a slope, you will be able to push that thing because this thing is already sliding. And if you think that if that thing is a ball or something, then that rolling friction is very less because only the point is in contact. In rolling friction, only the point is in contact. So that's why you can even roll a heavy ball, but you cannot slide or if the object is static, it is very difficult to move the object, isn't it? So static friction is greater than sliding friction, which in turn is greater than rolling friction. Okay. The force that is responsible for revolution of the earth around the sun is, what is that force? Gravitational force, isn't it? Because any object, it will always pull that another object towards it, isn't it? So sun will always pull the earth towards it because sun is heavier than the earth. And earth always pulls all the object towards it because we have got weight because earth pulls us towards the center. That's why we have got weight. Our weight is because of gravitational pull. Similarly, sun will always pull the earth towards it. So earth is continuously falling towards the sun. But what keeps it falling is the centripetal force because earth is also moving in this sideways direction. It is also moving in this sideways direction. It is also falling here like this and it is also falling here like this. So the product of two forces, this force and this force, it makes the earth move around a rotational path. So resultant path is neither this nor this, but a combination of this and this path, which is this rotational path around the sun. So resultant path is a orbit around the sun. Okay, next one. In an experiment to measure the speed of sound in air, a boy stands 50 meters away from the wall and bangs two pieces of wood together. At the instant he hears the echo, he bangs them together again. He does this activity 50 times. The time taken for 50 bangs is 12 seconds. Which calculation gives the speed of sound in air? Now, the distance traveled by sound in one bang is 40 into 2 because the boy is standing 40 meters away from the wall. So the sound has to travel from the boy to the wall and from wall to the boy. So 40 plus 40. So it is 40 into 2. So total distance for one echo is 40 into 2. And the boy does this 50 times. So 40 into 2 into 50. The total distance is 50. And total time for 50 bangs is 12 seconds, isn't it? 12 seconds. So the velocity will be distance upon time. How much is the total distance? 40 into 2 into 50. 40 into 2 into 50. How much time? Time is 12 seconds. So velocity is 40 into 2 into 50 divided by 12 seconds is the velocity of the sound in air. Okay, next one. A student performs experiments taking similar bulbs and cells, but two different solutions 1 and 2 are shown in the figure. So here the wire is immersed in solution 1, here the wire is immersed in solution 2. He found that the bulb in setup P glows more brightly as compared to the bulb in setup Q. What will you conclude? Obviously, we will conclude that the higher current is flowing through the circuit in setup P as compared to Q, isn't it? It's an easy one because higher current is flowing in the circuit. If the solution 1 is a very good conductor of electricity, then higher current will flow here and the bulb will grow brighter as compared to Q, isn't it? As compared to Q. So higher current flows in the circuit in setup P as compared to circuit Q. Okay, so normally when the questions is a big question, it is not necessary that the question has to be difficult. It could be a very easy question. Okay, next one. A plane mirror forms a virtual image. The distance between Mahima and her image in the plane mirror is 10 meters. How much distance should she move in order to get the distance of 5 meters between herself and the image? So let's see that this is Mahima and the virtual image is 10 meters, isn't it? 10 meters. So Mahima and the mirror and the virtual image, the total is 10. So Mahima and the mirror, it is 10 divided by 2, which is 5, isn't it? 5. So if she wants the Mahima wants the distance between her and the virtual to be 5, she has to move by, okay, she has to move by such a distance that distance between her and the mirror is 2.5 and mirror and the virtual image is 2.5. So 2.5 and 2.5 is 5 meters. So Mahima has to move 2.5 meters towards the mirror, isn't it? If she moves 2.5 meters towards the mirror, distance between her and the mirror will be 2.5 meters. And between her and the image also will be 2.5 meters. So total distance between her and the virtual image will be 5 meters. Okay, next question, question 20. Read the given statements and select the correct option. When the object is placed between two plane parallel mirrors, between the two plane parallel mirrors, then all the images formed are of unequal intensity, isn't it? They are of unequal intensity. So if you place a candle between two mirrors, one mirror like this and one mirror here, you'll find the reflections here, and they'll continue. They'll continue together, isn't it? Because it's the reflection of this, and the candle is here. This again is the reflection of mirror. Then this is the candle. This again is the reflection of mirror. So the images will be kind of infinite, and they'll just go on continuing like this, but they will be of unequal intensity. You'll see that the intensity, it decreases. So here it is brighter, it is bit brighter, here is not that as bright, here is not as, here again it will be less brighter because light, the intensity of the light decreases as it is reflected, because the mirror will have some reflective intensity, isn't it? It is not a completely polished mirror. The mirror will have some kind of defects or something. So the reflection is not exactly 100%. So the intensity or the images will be of unequal intensity. The intensity of the images will keep on reducing. And in case of parallel plane mirrors, only two images are possible. No, theoretically infinite images are possible like this. Infinite images are possible like this. So statement 1 is true and statement 2 is false. Okay, which coil produces the strongest electromagnet for the given flow of current? So there is a 5 centimeter, the coil length is 5 centimeter. Here the coil length is 10 centimeter, and here the coil length is 20 centimeter. The number of turns are the same. So let's say 200 turns, isn't it? 200 turns. So of course we have to find the coil with having the maximum turns, because maximum turns gives maximum electromagnet. In the maximum turns, which of the coil is the most narrowest, or which of the coil has got the least diameter? Because if this has got the least diameter, if you introduce an iron rod, it will have the highest electromagnetism, because it has got the density of electromagnetism here is the strongest. This, it will be medium because the coil is bit bigger, isn't it? The magnetism will be spread across, and here the electromagnetism is the weakest on all the coils, because the magnetism is much more spread, isn't it? But here the density of electromagnetism is the strongest here, isn't it? Because the coil is the having the least diameter. It has got 200 tons. Question 22. According to the graph, speed time, so speed here increases At 5, the speed keeps on decreasing, and here the speed or velocity is 0. Here the speed or velocity is 0. What happens to the distance covered by the car from 0 to 10 minutes? So here the speed is increasing. Here is the maximum speed. Then at the maximum speed, the speed keeps on decreasing, but the car is still moving. Isn't the car is still moving? So distance will keep on increasing. Here the distance will increase at a rapid rate, and here the distance will increase at a slower rate because the speed is reducing. But distance will keep on increasing because the car is still moving. Here the car moves at a rapid rate, then it slows down. So here it is accelerating and here it is decelerating, isn't it? It's going to slow down. Okay, next one. So here Neha conducted an experiment as shown in the diagram. So there is a nickel coin, there is a paper, the coin paper, and she has placed that over a table, and there is a Bunsen burner at the bottom. So she placed the nickel coin on a piece of paper and heated them over a flame. After 1 minute, she observed that some parts of the paper were scorched as shown in the diagram here. She repeated the experiment with glass coin placed on the paper. Which of the following best represents the possible outcome of the experiment? Okay, so scorched area means burnt area, but the nickel did not burn. Why the nickel did not burn? Because nickel is a very good conductor of heat, isn't it? And normally this candle cannot burn nickel because nickel's the burning point is very high. So this thing cannot burn the nickel, and the paper also did not get burnt because nickel has conducted the heat. It has basically the heat has been used to heat up the nickel and not burn the paper. So here paper is not burnt and the nickel has heated up, but the surrounding paper has burnt, isn't it? Surrounding paper has burnt or scorched. But if you place glass, the glass is a bad conductor of heat. Glass is a bad conductor of heat. So what is going to happen? The paper below the glass is also going to get burnt, and the paper surrounding the glass also is going to get burnt. So not only the paper surrounding the glass it will get burnt, but the paper below the glass it will also get burnt. So the correct option is option number C. Okay. Second from the last question, while drinking a soft drink with the help of a straw, the pressure in the straw is less, isn't it? You're sucking, so the pressure in the straw is less and the pressure in the bottle is high, isn't it? Pressure in the bottle is high. So normally air or substances, they move from high pressure to the lower pressure, like rain or hurricane. Rain, because if there is low pressure in some areas, the clouds will immediately go to the low pressure areas and they will form rains there. So normally in the weather, you will see that it is raining heavily because of the low pressure regions in it. So here in the straw as well, when you are sucking, you are basically reducing the pressure there. You are reducing the pressure. So the pressure in the straw is less and the pressure in the bottle is more. That's why the liquid goes into your mouth. Okay, last one. Match columns 1 and with columns 2 and select the correct option from the given codes. Now here you have to see which options are unique. So here 3 3. So don't solve for P. Q 4 1 3 4. So 4 4. So don't solve for Q. R is 1 2 3 and 4. So solve for R and solve only for R, isn't it? So R is SI unit of speed, isn't it? So industrial standards unit of speed. What is the SI unit of speed? Is meters per second. So for R it is 4. Where R it is 4? R4 is option number C. So solve only for R and option number C is the correct option. So with this, students, we have quickly come to the end of this video. I hope you found this helpful, and you may want to like and subscribe to my channel because I'll be publishing new videos in the next few days. So till that time, all the best, and have a good time watching my videos. Thank you. Bye bye.